there! Welcome to the Brookmont family service. I won't be wearing this for the whole service, but I like to show that people can sing and do all kinds of things wearing their masks. This first song, To Everyone in All the World, was written by Pete Seeger. And when we have sung it in a service, it's a song about shaking hands all over the world. We're not doing that much of shaking hands these days. However, the wonderful thing about folk songs is that they are meant to be changed, and they are meant to be used by people for what is happening in their time and to be able to express themselves. So I've changed the words a little bit. To everyone in all the world, I feel your care. I send my care to everyone in all the world. We'll work together on this. All together, the whole wide world around. I may not know your lingo, but I can say by jingo, no matter where you are, we can wear a mask and wash our hands. To everyone in all the world, I feel your care. I send my care to everyone in all the world. Together we'll get through this. Hi. So since I am here in my house with the people that I have been living with for months, I will be able to take this off, but I don't really mind it all that much. And now we begin with Here We Are Together. This makes our hearts so happy. Here we are together. This makes our hearts so happy. Here we are together. This makes our hearts so happy. We have a moment of mindfulness with the bell. We want to train our minds so that we can focus better in everything that we do, in listening to our friends, in studying, all kinds of things, crossing the street, whatever we need to focus on. And so one of the ways we train our mind is with the mindfulness bell. What we're going to do is we're going to listen to the bell and let the bell just fill you up, fill your mind up, just fill you up. And when you can no longer hear the bell, raise your hand. There's no right or wrong to this because people hear things differently, people's houses are different, and so we just want to use the bell to practice listening. All right, here we go. Is anybody else still hearing it? All right, that was nice. That's a nice way to get us settled. So, since we were last together to praise God for all of our many blessings, how many more we have received. The continual blessings of food and drink, of family and friends, of health and healing, the blessings of being able to sleep and dream, and wake and breathe and walk and work and tire and sleep again and wake again as day returns. I would like to tell you a story that people tell about the famous violin player Itzhak Perlman. One evening, Itzhak Perlman was to play his violin with a big orchestra on a stage with many people there to hear the music. Now, Mr. Perlman has trouble walking. He walks with braces on both of his legs and he uses crutches to help him walk. But he wanted to be there to play beautiful music for the people, and they really wanted to hear the music. So he slowly made his way across the stage to the chair that had been set out for him, and everyone waited quietly and respectfully for him to get there. The music began, and it was beautiful. But soon after they started, one of the strings on Mr. Perlman's violin made a terrible popping ka-spring sound because it broke. Everyone got quiet. Was the concert over? Now, instead of 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, to play his music on like he expected to do, Mr. Perlman had only 3 strings to play on. Well, he waited a moment, and then he asked the orchestra conductor to continue playing from where they had stopped. Mr. Perlman found some of the notes that he needed on the strings that he had left, and when he couldn't do that, he played some new notes different from what he would have played. He still made beautiful music on the 3 strings he had left, and he and the orchestra got to play together all the way to the end of the symphony, which is a very long piece of music with many parts. At the end, the people listening clapped and stood up and they cheered. After a bit of time, Mr. Perlman raised his bow and everyone sat down and got quiet. And then he said, "You know, sometimes it is our task, or our job, to find out how much beautiful music we can still make with what we have left." There we go. And we do just what Mr. Perlman did when we figure out how to have a good day, even when things don't work out exactly how we thought they would. In Hebrew, the word for gratitude is hakarat hatov. Hakarat hatov. And that means looking for the good or recognizing the good. And this is how we make a good life. Everybody gets surprised. Everybody gets disappointed sometime or other. Everybody gets bored or frustrated. But how can we make something good or even beautiful with the time we have? To start, we look for the good in what is around us. We look for the good in the people around us. We look inside ourselves for the good. Let's sing the song "Thanks a Lot" by Rafi as we practice gratitude and looking for the good. We'll sing it as a repeat after me song. I'll sing a line and you can sing or say that line right after me while I hum along. Let's look for the good. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sun in the sky. La, da, 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 da. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the clouds so high. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the whispering wind. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the birds in the spring. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the moonlit night. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stars so bright. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the wonder in me. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the way I feel. Thanks for the animals. Thanks for the land. Thanks for the people everywhere. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all I've got. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, sometimes it's hard to look for the good when we're upset or our feelings are hurt or if we hurt someone else's feelings and we don't know what to do. So there are some things I like to do to help myself feel calmer so I can think about my feelings. The two things I'd like to show you are named bear hugs and whirligigs. So a bear hug, we fill ourselves up with air as we put our arms out, go. And then as we release the air, we're going to give ourselves a big hug. Big hug. So the very first thing we need to do to make ourselves feel better is to realize that we don't feel okay. Sometimes people just react to things and they don't even realize that they feel bad. So the very first thing is for us to know ourselves and know how we're feeling. So we can take a moment and just fill ourselves up and then release and say, oh, I don't feel so good about what just happened. I'm not feeling so good. Right? That's the very first bear hug. And then as we fill up and give ourselves another hug, we can say to ourselves, this is how a person feels when things go wrong or when they did something wrong and they don't feel so good about it. This is how a person feels. Really, all over the world, at this very moment, there are probably other adults, or if you're a child, other children who are feeling exactly the same thing I am thinking, if they're feeling the same way I feel. And we can think about that and know that we are not alone. We're just human. And it's wonderful to be human. And then we can take another big filling breath. And then, just give ourselves a hug and say to ourselves, maybe I would like to say a little prayer or something nice to everyone, including me, who's feeling this way. And you can think up something like, I hope everyone who feels sad today, like I do, can find something to make themselves happier. Or, I hope that everyone who feels disappointed today can find someone they can talk to about it. And so there you are, you're included in that prayer, and you're sending out prayers to other people. Maybe somewhere in the world someone else is saying that prayer that includes you too. And now we fill ourselves again. And another bear hug. What can I do to make myself feel better? Maybe you just need to take a few moments and sit quietly. Maybe you need to talk to someone. Maybe you need to apologize. Maybe you need to go do something that you love doing. So just you can think about how you can be very friendly to yourself when you don't feel so wonderful. Now, sometimes we get stuck in how we're thinking about things. So maybe that last one, you might not be able to think of something that you could do to make yourself feel better. And so what I like to do when I feel stuck in how I'm thinking or stuck in how I'm feeling is whirligigs, because it's as if I'm making my body have a body attitude of being open to change and to think about new things. And so this is what a whirligig looks like. As we fill our chest with our breath, we bring our hands up. And then as we release the breath, we turn to one side, doesn't matter which side. I like to really try to look at the back wall. And then we bring our hands up again. And let that air out and look from the other side. And I feel like this is our body saying you can look at things from all different angles. And there are different ways to look at how I'm feeling. Different ways to think about what I'm thinking about. Different things I can do. I don't have to keep on doing the same thing I've been doing. I really love whirly gigs. And you will find that your whole body might feel pretty good after all of this, and you might get a new idea as to how to be friendly to yourself and help yourself feel better. Before we sing our ending song, let's take a moment to bring into our hearts those who may need healing in body, mind, and spirit. You might want to say their name quietly out loud to yourself so that you can focus a little bit better on who you're praying for. So let's just take a moment to do that. Please repeat after me. May they be happy. May they be free of suffering. May those who help them, be kind and wise. Be kind and wise. May they feel peaceful in body and peaceful in mind and spirit. Amen. Please join me in May God Bless. I will put the words in the comments section so that you can sing along, or you might already know this song. May God bless and keep you, and may God light your path with grace. May you see the divine in the faces of those you meet, and may God bless us all with peace. May God bless and keep you, and may God light your path with grace. May you see the divine in the faces of those you meet, and may God bless us all with peace. Let's send it out to our neighborhood and the whole world. May God bless and keep you, and may God light your path with grace. May you see the divine in the faces of those you meet, and may God bless us all with peace. I am wishing you good times, happiness, learning and growing, and good health. All good things for you and for your families. God bless.